Hello, we've got more shirts this time. Hello again, it's time to look at some more shirts and a little bit more detail. This idea was suggested by a viewer in the last video where they wanted to look at the Scottish shirts I have, which is totally cool, that's fine. I don't have as many Scottish shirts as the Spanish ones or the German ones, but as you can imagine, it's a country that's neighbouring where I live, so it's very easy for me to pick up the shirts when I want, really. It helps that the websites are quite modern, so you can, there's generally an online store you can visit, and certainly, well, I suppose what would be this time of the season, which is the end of season sales are actually really good. Like if you were to go on the majority of the Scottish websites right now, you could probably pick up more than 10 shirts for like £20 to £25, some even less. So if you're looking to expand your collection and you've not got many Scottish shirts representing, then this is definitely the perfect time to do it. Especially when there's a situation going on right now when they're just trying to ship and sell as much as they can. I've not bought any this year. There were a few that did sort of stand out. There was an Aberdeen one I thought, do I want to get that? Do I not want to get that? But I've been a bit careful at the moment. But as for the shirts I own, let's hit through, and there's some quite nice ones in here. Some I want to replace at some point because they don't really inspire me, but some of them are really good, and I think you'll know which ones I'm talking about. So we start with this Heart of Midlothian Home 2017-18 shirt. It's your standard Umbro shirt, really well made. You've got the Umbro on the shoulders instead of around the sleeves, as you'd expect. Again, I bought this directly from the website. It was during the end of season sales, and it's just a really well put together shirt. I love the white collar. The sponsor's really nice, it's positive, and the crest is in a heart shape, so it's just a really nice, well put together shirt. So now we have maybe my favourite one. It's this Ross County one, and it's the one they used for the home shirt for 2018-19. And this crazy sort of paintbrush effect that's running down the side is different, isn't it? I mean, obviously it's taken the colours from the crest and the logo, and it's a Macron shirt, so you know it's going to be top quality. Macron is probably one of the few manufacturers out there that will sort of tailor your shirt to your design. They don't just throw out a template and expect everybody to use it. If you look at every Macron shirt, most likely there's going to be some differences to them, and not just in the colour but in the overall design. I've certainly never seen any other Macron shirt with this design, so that's really nice. Now we have this Inverness Caledonian Thistle Home shirt from 2016-17. I don't know if the camera's going to pick it up, but it is a cream colour, which isn't really a shirt colour that you see featured too often. I bought this from, I think it was JD Sports. It's manufactured by Cabrini, which is sort of one of their own sort of manufacturers, their own brands. I don't think it exists anymore, or at least not with regards to football shirts. I'm not too certain on that, but it does sound about right. It's a decent enough shirt. It's quite, feels slightly elasticated, but also quite silky. But I wasn't expecting it to be, because when I looked at the photograph buying it, I thought, oh, that's like a whitish, but it is a cream, and I like the idea of that. So we have another Macron shirt, and this time it's the Hibernian Away from last year, 2018-19. And again, end of season sales, picked it up. There wasn't any home shirts in my size, so I just bought the away shirt. It's really well put together. Sponsored by Marathon Bear. It's just your standard Macron shirt that's just of good quality. I can't remember, it was really cheap, this was. I want to think this was less than 20. I don't think it was less than 20, but it was there or thereabouts. So Now we have a St. Johnston shirt from 2009, 2010. It's their home shirt. Manufactured by Surridge, the only Surridge shirt I have. I don't think they exist anymore. And it's got the most ridiculously oversized tag attached. I mean, why is it so big? And it's, I don't know if you can see, but it is a medium. It says medium, but when you measure it, it comes out as a large, which is a bit confusing because I'm measuring from UK to UK sizes. So it's not like I've bought it from South America and it's a medium and it turns out it's large or small, and fair enough, I understand there's differences when it comes to different countries, but this is a UK manufacturer and a UK team. I don't understand why it should be so different. So for that reason I'm kind of looking to replace this at some point, also because the design is not great. You've got just bits of gold. I mean, I do like gold on shirts, but it's, yeah, it doesn't really do anything for me. But for now I'll just keep it to say I've got a St. Johnston shirt. So we have this hilarious Partick Thistle home shirt from 2016-17, and obviously you're drawn to the, I don't know if you want to use the word terrifying, Kingsley sponsor that's adorned the front. I love how they just, they can't even spell business, or at least they're pretending they can't spell business. Of course it's their mascot, which was designed by, I think David Shrigley designed that. And it's, I mean, the reason why I bought it was just purely because of the sponsor, really. Manufactured by Joma, so it's good quality again. Yellow and red. Yeah, it's a nice colour combination. It's not too common. But yeah, I'm just happy that I've got the one with the cracked out Lisa Simpson sponsor on the front. So, this is the Kilmarnock home shirt from 2017-2018. This is a very basic Nike template. It's white, it's blue, it's got vertical stripes, it's got your sponsor. That's it. There's nothing else that really stands out. I mean, it's a nice shirt, it's well put together, but there's no outstanding features really on that one. So this one is another really old one. It's the Gretna FC Home 2007-2008 shirt, manufactured by Crest. I can't find any information on who Crest are or what they were doing. I don't think they exist anymore. And to be honest, this team in its current incarnation doesn't exist either. Yeah, I think at the end of 2008 they kind of disappeared. Financial difficulties, and they sort of rebirthed as, I think they were now called Gretna 2008, I think, or something like that. So technically this shirt is somewhat of a relic, because you weren't going to get anything more recent than this one. Again, it's quite clunky. It's definitely from the mid-2000s. And yeah, it's a bit of history, I guess. So this is the Dundee home shirt from 2015-16. Dundee FC, of course, not United. And yeah, it's just standard Puma template. It was, I think I bought this from Classic Football Shirts, their website, because they only had the one. Usually when I see it pop up and it just shows that they have one, that's when I'll buy it sort of as soon as I can, because I know that, you know, this is just the one. The likelihood of other people owning it is slimmer. So I bought it. The design is not particularly amazing. I'm not a huge fan of this sort of darker colour, but it's part of the collection. So this is the Dunfermline Athletic home shirt from last year, 2018-19. Another one which I picked up from the end of season sale. This was another cheap one, manufactured by Joma again. It's, yeah, it does what it says in the tin. I like how the sponsor sort of fits in like a little horizontal line. It's quite interesting and quite cool. The material's quite decent. At the top of it you can see it says "Come on your pars," but it's kind of sewn into the collar a bit, so it kind of, you don't see it all. So it's a bit of a, you know, poor workmanship on that. But other than that, for the price, you can't go wrong. So of course, can't have a Scottish collection without a Celtic shirt. This is the away shirt from 2010-2011. Quite a curious design. The lime green with the diamonds floating around. And if I remember correctly, this was one of the first ones I got sort of when I started expanding. It is, I think I got it, I think it was a good price. But it usually is easy enough to pick up these sort of shirts because Celtic's such a popular club in Scotland. They have so many shirts. And it's one of the few sort of Scottish teams that are world renowned, I guess. They have released quite a few better designs over the years, and I've thought, do I want to replace it? But with it being one of my first ones, I kind of like the history about it. So we have this St Mirren shirt. It's the home shirt from 2014-15. Again, I bought it from JD Sports. It's a Cabrini one, and there really isn't any other shirt I've seen with this sort of design. You do have plenty of shirts that have white and black vertical stripes, but not as many as this. In fact, I don't think there's many shirts that I've got that have this many vertical stripes running down it. It kind of reminds you of someone working at Foot Locker or like a professional referee or something of some sport. So for that, I'm kind of pleased that I own it because it's just really different and unique in that respect. And then we have this Motherwell shirt, which is from 2013-14. It's a home shirt. Again, one of the first ones I got. I didn't buy it from the store. I bought it from like a retailer somewhere. Really cheap. Design is okay. I'm not a huge fan of sort of this sort of yellow and claret style colour. It's not my favourite combination. Though it's nice how the sponsor does fit in a horizontal body. That's kind of it really. It does what it says on the tin again, I guess. And then I think this is the final one. Yep. Rangers, of course. Home 2013-14. I don't know if you can see the tag. It's one of the many of them. £10.99, I believe it's cost. Which for any football shirt from any team in any part of the world, yeah, that's good. And no one's going to say no to that. This is not exactly going to be a shirt that's going to be worth hundreds of pounds in the future, I don't think. So it's not going to be that much of an investment, but it's if you can take any shirt off for that price, you definitely would. I think I bought it from Sports Direct because I don't know if he still does, but Mike Ashley had some sort of involvement with the ownership of it. I don't know if he still does, so that's the reason why it was dirt cheap. And to be honest, most years the Rangers shirts do drop off to be kind of nothing towards the end of the season. So I picked it up pretty much as and when it was released, so at the end of that season. So this is probably about 5 years old, this shirt for my collection, so it puts it as one of the oldest. And that's kind of it. It's the end of the line for the Scottish shirts. I mean, if I wanted today, I could go out and buy another 5 more for like maybe total £100, and that'd be great. So, but because it's so readily available, I kind of don't have to do that right now. It's like if it was somewhere in like Estonia or something, fair enough, I'd do it because they're difficult to acquire, but I'm never going to have any issues getting Scottish shirts, so that's why I'll just keep adding to them as and when I feel like it. But that's it, they're all my Scottish shirts. I have plenty more to come. If you have any other suggestions, just throw it my way and I'll do my best. If not, I'll just throw out one myself. But I hope you enjoyed looking at, a little bit of Scottish history, I guess. But that's it. So if you just do the usual subscribing, liking, doing all that jazz, and I will see you again in the next few days, probably. Cheers.